Hello. Today I am coming over here again to show you a new project that I have made. So if you really personally like it, then if you want, I can also share the GitHub URL for you all so that you can access that project. So let me first take you through how this project will be working. Then I will explain you the code structure. So let's first cd in the recipe folder. Then so this is the development server. Let's open it. Yeah. So as you can see, this is a developer server, and these are the few recipes that I've already created in the backend by some other users. So in this website, what you can do is that this one, let me first tell you about what is the motive of this website. This website is called recipe platform, where you can make a recipe and put an image and also write the ingredients and all the description, all those things related to each and every product that or each and every food and its recipe that you want to make. So let's first, without any delay, let me walk you through the working of this. So let me first log in, okay? As I have already made a user, I will also, don't worry, I will also show you the how to sign up in this website. But first, let's log in. So what has happened? Oh, I think I have inputted the wrong password. So Raju 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 was the password. So now you can see the authentication is there, and this is the home page. As you can see earlier, when I was not logged in, I was not able to view the recipe. But after only login, you can view the recipe. And when you click the view recipe option, you can see the reviews. You can also write a review, and here is the picture of the food and description and the ingredients and the instructions, everything. So I have used MySQL database for this database implementation. You can use any other thing that you really want. So first of all, let's give a rating of 5. Wow, just wow. Let's submit. As you can see, so Raju, earlier this same username had submitted a rating. Now he has again submitted another rating with this in this way, right? So then I can go and create recipe also. Suppose let's make chicken biryani. If you know the how to make it, then you can create your own form. But I don't know how to create it, so I will just copy paste from Google. It's not an image. What the fuck is this? Why is this coming up? India is not allowed copy pasting from this. Let's check out some other site. The ingredients, okay. Oh, okay. So this is also not a good site. Okay, this is a problem. Wait, let me think. Uh, yeah, chicken biryani, blah 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 blah. भाई इतना कुछ चाहिए होता है क्या खाना बनाने के लिए? भाई साहब, बस ढूंढता रहता हूँ खाने को। इंग्रेडिएंट्स है। भाई खाना बनाना का है? ये खाना का है? अच्छा, ये रहा इंस्ट्रक्शन. So this is the instruction. Let's copy this and then let's paste. Okay, guys. Now let's put this also. It's not necessary to write these steps in this way. If you know how to create this food, then you can write your own instruction also. ये काम तो हो गया अब let's do one thing. Let's also download a picture. This looks good. So you can see this new card have been created of chicken biryani. This is the views recipe and chicken biryani, and so yes, if you want any functionality like you can view your own recipe like and edit that recipe, you can tell that in the chat. I can make another video for with the update, and then I can upload it again in the future if you want it. But currently this much I have done, so you can also log out. Let's check out the admin. These are the recipes, and then these are the users. Let's log out, and this is the overall project. Let's explain the file structure a little bit. Okay, so this is the project name. When you will type Django, uh, Python Django, uh, what was that? There is a command to start the project. Start project. I think that is a command. You can run that command. That is, you can see in the documentation also. You run that command, and then that will start a new Django project. And then you can also uh, now see. Now there is important thing. You have made a project. You will get a directory recipe with the same name as this. By default, this and static and templates will not be there. You will get SQLite and manage it for by default. So let me explain you about all the thing. Media, these things, this media directory is the all the pictures that I'm storing in the website that you have seen earlier. That will be stored in the media directory. And now talking about the my app, right? In the my app, this is the migrations, right? So you can see this is the admin.py. Now what this admin.py is that this will display what all things will be shown in the admin module. Like when you will go to the admin page, you saw that there was an option of recipe, right? Okay, let me again uh, walk you through this to understand it better, क्योंकि जब हम करके दिखाते हैं तो अच्छे से ज़्यादा समझ आता है. तो एक काम करते हैं, इसको हम एडमिन पेज में जाएंगे. यार ये क्या है बात. So you can see I have gone to the admin. Then you can see this recipe. This one I was talking about. This recipes was displayed just because I had registered this in the admin page. This is the main overall working of admin. Now, this is the apps.py. This is of not much of use, but this is for a configuration of a new app if you have created. As I have created a new app, my app. So this one was installed. This one was pre-written already in the apps.py. This is forms.py. Now this is very important because as you can see, earlier I was able to create a form of a recipe. So that was that form was in this class recipe form. That form has a fields of title, description, ingredients, instruction, and image. Because for every model, which I will explain earlier, what is model, there we are filling a form corresponding to that model, and the fields that you have specified in that form are these fields. Now these are the review, the comment, as you were commenting, right? As there's a functionality of commenting, so I had created an earlier or a different form for commenting, which is ratings and comment. Now this is a new user form. As you can see, let me again walk you through this part. So you can see when you were signing up, you see normally by default in Django you are only allowed username and password confirmation. You are not allowed email. So to allow email, I use a MetaMask, or you can say the Meta class, where I updated the user, this user class, which is user function of this package, Python package. This user has by default only username, password, and confirm password. So I had implemented a new field which is email, so that the user can also store the email in the database of the user, right? So this is how you make it. And then there is the models.py. This basically says the overall structure of the database. So in the database, as you can see, first of all, there was a review, because reviews were also stored in the database. So for the corresponding recipe, now this is a foreign key, because the reviews, we are saving a review for a particular or for a particular recipe only. That recipe is denoted by this recipe, which is a foreign key, right? And this is the foreign key of this recipe, because okay, I will tell you about this recipe before, later on. Let me first tell you about this review. This is the function of this is the one attribute of this review entity. This is attribute, this is another attribute, this is another foreign key, because not this recipe, because one user will show a review, but that review is reserved for a particular user only. Means, suppose I am writing a review, that review should not display name of some other user. That should be my reserved. So how are you able to do that? So for that, I have used this user as a foreign key. Now this is rating and the comment, right? And then there are other classes like the recipe, the title, description, ingredients created by, and the image is created by default. Use the user database as a foreign key. This user is the one who has signed in the form. Suppose I am Raju and have signed in the website. Then Raju is the user, and Raju is creating the recipe. So it's very important that you create a created by field, and this image is of course image, and this is the image field to store it in the media. Okay, now okay, I have done a mistake. So this media is this website, not website, this directory. This directory contains all the images of the fields of all images of all the food or the recipe that you are creating in the recipe form. So this is the overall class of the models. Now models API, its main work is that it will only show all the basic structure of the directory, and then the results.py, I have not used it only for testing, unit testing, and integration testing. You use test.py. Now this is another urls.py. This is also one of the most important concept or component. This tells us that if I go to the sign up, see, when I am here, I am going in sign up. Now when I am going in sign in, okay, this is not working. Why? I think it's login, not sign up. This is the login page. This is the URL. When you go to what this basically means, what it basically says is that when you go to this login, please fetch this function from views.py. So it will go to the views file and then fetch what? Views. I will later on explain about the views. This views is a function called as user login. Please do the functionality of user login in there. Means whatever code is written in the user login, execute that when you go to this URL. This is the meaning. This is the main working of urls.py. Now when you go to the views.py, what happens or what is there in views.py are, there are so many, all the business logic are done in the views. Remember, Django uses MVT architecture, which is model, view, and template architecture. And so this views basically implements the business logic. Now these are all the functions that will be executing when the urls.py will be called. First is the recipe details. This will display all the information about the recipe, the reviews, and all those things. Then there is recipe create. When you are creating this recipe, that is being saved, and all the logics. If I will explain the logic, it will be a very big video. I will not expand it. Now there is sign up functionality, there is user login functionality, then there is user logout functionality. All those things which are very much needed, all these things are there. And this is the my app, and in the recipe, this urls.py is the main urls.py included this part, because I want to see the web server or the compiler that server, hey server, please go to my app and URLs and import those URLs here too. And this admin is the admin page URL, and this is the overall structure. And this settings media URL, this is a configuration that I have created in the settings.py. This configuration tells us that this images that are storing the recipe, the images of the recipe are stored in the media. To specify this, I have used static page. Now these are the settings.py, all the settings that you have done. So here I have included. If you are deploying it, you have to make this as star, then just save it, right? And I have not saved something or what. So Bootstrap 5, right? And this is the middleware. Now, very important thing is that I have used crispy form, so I have mentioned it here, and also I have made a new app. So never forget to write or mention this new app or any app you make in the project inside the installed apps. Then there is databases. I've used SQLite. If you use PostgreSQL or you use MySQL, anything, please mention that here. You go use the Django documentation for anything you want. Django documentation is very good. It's also open source and you can get to learn so many different things. This I have specified that all the templates will be stored here in the static. All templates will be stored in the template. I think I have mentioned it here. Yeah, see these templates. All the template file will be stored in the templates function on the JSON format, and this all the static like the CSS and the images, if any, all this will be stored in the static folder. So that static is here. I have not used this static. I have just created it. This media is also very important. And yeah, so this was the overall structure, and these are the templates for the designing purposes of all the web pages. These are the skeletons and all the business logic and implementation. And this is the database. We cannot see it because it is in raw format, and this is the manage.py. So this was the overall project. I really hope that you like this project, and let's close the server. So yeah, thank you.